Hey, welcome back to another video. If you're new to my channel, hi and welcome. My name is Maria, and in this video I'm going to demonstrate how to do a single crochet, and I'm also going to add some tips and tricks along the way to hopefully help you out. So to begin, we are for this video I am going to be using a 5mm hook. And of course, you can do a chain or your single crochet with any size hook. It all is depending on your pattern. And I am going to be using the most popular style of yarn, and that will be a medium number 4 weight yarn. And the label of your yarn is very important. It tells you a lot of information. This here will show you that instead of unraveling the yarn by this strand, you are able to pull the yarn out, and that allows your yarn to sit there, your yarn ball to sit there, and the yarn will nicely come out, well, most of the time. And then on here it will also tell you that 6mm knitting needles, and then also this is 2 skeins of yarn here, and this is 7 ounces, which is 364 yards. And then down here, so this here is telling you that using a 5.5mm crochet hook will give you a 4" by 4" or 10 by 10 centimeter square by 12 single crochet gauge. And we can get into that in another video if you guys need more help. It also is telling you that they do not say to iron it, and it is machine washable, and that your water 104 degrees Fahrenheit or 40 degrees Celsius for your water temperature. And that's just the basic things. I pretty much just look at the medium there, and then your crochet hook, that'll just all depend on the pattern that you're doing. And then of course you have your color here, and also what's really important about your color is you will have your numbers here, and if you are really picky of how close your number is, it's best to grab all the yarn needed for a pattern, because what can happen is the dyes can vary slightly with once they're made during certain strands, they will vary a little bit, but not enough to really notice. So if you don't have all the yarn that you need, not that big of a deal. Okay, so let's begin. So to do a single crochet, you need a foundation chain, and to do a foundation chain, we will do a slip knot. To do a slip knot, you will make a circle with your yarn, and then you will pull up the yarn through that loop. And it's easiest actually to use your crochet hook. So let me show that again. So you will make a circle, put it underneath the circle, and then I just use the crochet hook to pull it up. Okay, and then for the crochet hook, there's many different ways that people will hold the crochet hook, and it all depends on what you are most comfortable with. I prefer holding it more like a knife than some people will hold it like a pencil. So you can hold it like a pencil this way, or I prefer to hold it like a knife. And when I hold it this way, I feel like I have some more tension. I can hold my tension where I can just adjust my tension. If I need to do tighter tension, looser tension, it's easier for me to do that, and I feel like I have more control over what I am doing by holding it this way. But like I said, whichever way you are most comfortable with. And then if we look at this hand of mine, I just kind of weave it through my fingers. So I put it below these 2 fingers and then up above here, and so yeah. So let me go back to this is the slip knot, and then I am just going to, for this video, I'm going to chain 10. So to chain 10, you yarn over, and then you pull that right through the loop. So that would be considered chain 1. And then do it again. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and when we do these, it's also a very good thing to not chain tightly, but again, that also depends on your pattern, because if you are making any dolls or any animals and you are doing a chain for that, you definitely want your chain to be tight. But if you're doing a chain for pretty much anything else, you'll want it loose, because what can happen is if you make your chain too tight, it will make your crochet work kind of have a slight V to it, or like curl up. And why it does that is because your first chain, with it being so tight and the rest of your rows being looser, the other rows will not loosen that first chain up. So it's good to just do, like I can show another one here. So if you just make some room here between your last single crochet and your next one, like there's a loose chain, and then if you do a tight chain, not very much room by doing a tight chain, where if you do a loose chain, you just pull a little bit more yarn out, but you also don't want it to be so loose that it is like that big of a hole. So you'll get the hang of it. It just all comes with practice, and the more that you do it, the more comfortable you'll get at doing it. Okay, so for the single crochet, if we look at our chain here, and here is the loop on our hook. So if you're reading off of a pattern, you will likely see that, like for a single crochet, it'll say single crochet in the second chain from your hook. So what that means is here is on our hook, and then this will be number 1, and this will be number 1, this will be number 2. So this will be the first chain, second chain. So we are going to insert our crochet hook in the top of this chain here. So in this loop right here. And we are going to yarn over, pull through, and we have 2 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through both of those loops. And that is how you do a single crochet. So let me show that again. So if we look at our chain here, so we have this top loop, and this is where we're going to be going into right here. But you also have more loops down below here, and we just want to leave those there. So into that loop there, and then yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops on our hook. And then the next one, we will insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both of those. Okay, and this is what it looks like. So we have 1, 2, 3 single crochets, and then if we look at the top of our work here, you'll see that they make V's. So we have 1, 2, and 3 so far. So I'm going to continue doing single crochets across this chain that I did. And then when you get to the end, so you're going to have your knot here, and then right next to the knot, there's going to be your last one there. Okay, and then we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to turn our work. Now, when we turn our work, and actually, really quickly before I move on, this right here is a great example. I did not pull out when I made my single crochets here in the middle. I did not pull those out. And this is going to show you that it does not exactly lay flat. Oh, there it did with a lot of pulling and stuff. But that is to show you what will happen when you make a lot of tension, where you want that first chain to be loose, or else it will make a curve. And you can pull on it, but who wants to pull on their work that they just did? Okay, so I just chained one. Now, like I was showing you guys before, on the top, there are the V's. So what we are going to do is I am going to show you how to do a normal single crochet. However, if you are following a pattern that says back loop single crochet or front loop single crochet, this first loop here would be your front loop single crochet, and then this one here would be your back loop single crochet. But when we're doing a normal single crochet, we are going to want to go through both of those loops. And then this is what it looks like on the front. So we're just going to crochet into these holes here, making sure that we go through both of those loops. Okay, so we insert into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both of those loops. Again, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both of those loops. Insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both loops. Insert, pull up, yarn over, pull through both. Okay, I'm going to complete this row. Okay, so there it is. And this is what we have. One last thing that I'm going to show you guys in this video. This is a lot longer than I had anticipated, but there's always a right and a wrong side of your crochet work. And all the time, it's not the easiest, especially beginning out, to know which side is the right side and which side is your wrong side, or which side is your front side and which side is your back side. So a very good way to remember is that your right side is always going to have your tail on the left-hand side. But if you, for some reason, don't like that, or say your tail, say that you crocheted over top of it, which in my other videos you will definitely see me do, because I take advantage of crocheting over top of my tails any chance that I feel comfortable doing it with. But you can also look at your stitches, and if you see your stitches, how they're laying kind of outwards on this one, or up, and then if you look on the back, your stitches are not as poofy, I guess you could say. Another thing is, if it's kind of harder right now to tell exactly, but if I were to do a couple more single crochets on this side, it would be a little easier to tell on the back side that it's the wrong side. So here, let me demonstrate this. And most of the time in your pattern, you're going to end on your last row will be on the right side most of the time. Okay, so if we take a look now, so this will be the front of our work, and this is the back of the work. So just the front definitely has things that pop out a little bit better, and you will have your lines and whatnot. But then again, if you have your tail on the left hand side, this will be the right side or the front side of your work. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it wasn't too long for you. If you hit that subscribe button, I am going to be doing a video series on beginning to crochet. I feel like a lot of people are at home and it is very therapeutic to crochet and make things for your loved ones. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate your view. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button to let me know that you liked the video. See you guys next time.